Hey, this is A29 Tutorials here with another pepakura designer tutorial. This is going to be about scaling and how to get all your settings good and ready for you to print out your design that you're doing. I just have a Halo 3 assault rifle. That's what my next project is going to be. I already have this all printed out, but I'll show you what to do to get the print settings good. I usually go to settings on your bar thing up here, other settings. Make sure your line styles are different. For a cut line, I usually use solid because you only have two options: solid or none. And you don't want none because then you wouldn't know where you're cutting. So a mountain fold, I usually just do a regular old dotted line. I usually use for the line 1.0, the slit 0.5, and for the valley fold I use like a dot or a dash, or I guess it'd be a dashed line, huh? Yeah, for the mountain fold, and like for the valley fold, dash dot dash dot. I usually use 1.0 for the line, 1.0 for the slit, and then the next line will be 0.5. and then the slit's 1.0 again. And then you don't have to worry about the color or any of that stuff. Just go over to other, and font size of edge ID. You want to make that 6, which is the smallest you can make it, or because sometimes if it's too large it'll overlap some numbers. Even on 6 it still overlaps some numbers, but when you use the little zipper, the divide and connect thing, you can figure out where those go. And then you want to make sure that your print and paper settings are good. So you want to go, I'll show you. Go to File, down to Print and Paper settings. You want to make sure it's on letter if you're using a regular size paper. There's also A4, A3, A2, A1, legal B5 through B1, and then other letters, your normal size paper, which I use. A4 is just a little bit larger, which is another one that's commonly used for pepakura, but I usually do that. And then make sure the side and top and bottom margins are on 5 and 5, which is the lowest you can make them, because that'll make it I'll show you. That makes, you can see like the dotted line here, right there and right there. Like if you have it on 5, this is what it'll look like. That's your margin, your side margin, your top and bottom margins. The smaller that makes it, makes the more area you have for your like the actual piece that you're gonna be cutting out to have. So make sure there's nothing's overlapping each other. That's all I usually worry about. That, and that make sure you change the scale development to whatever size it is. But since this is an assault rifle, really doesn't really matter. You want to make it look nice and normally sized, not too small or not like ridiculously big. On here, the normal size for the like the length is actually the depth, but it's the length. Excuse me. It's for this one, it's 687 millimeters, which is about 27 inches, which I think is a good size. The actual assault rifle is supposedly 34 inches, but that doesn't fit on the paper nice and neatly. And what the scale does fit, with this scale, it fits nice and doesn't go over top the paper, so it makes it so you don't have to use the divide and thing to cut them and stuff and put them back to, or saves time for when you're putting it together. For this file, it comes with a clip that actually comes out, and it comes with a spare clip too if you print that one out too. And this one I actually had to look for, because the one on the pepakura or the Halo costuming wiki It actually did not have the removable clip. So if you want this, I'll post a link to get this in the description. And now I'll show you, or you want to actually, then you can just print it out. Now I'm going to show you how to size all your hands for the hand plate, your forearm, and your biceps, your legs and stuff, and your head, to make sure that all your armor and stuff fits nicely.